Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. And in this interesting series, we're going to be going over my unpopular opinions in astrology, okay? My unpopular opinions in astrology, and in this episode, my unpopular opinion is that Jupiter does not rule, nor does it co-rule Pisces, okay? Yes, Jupiter does not rule, nor does it co-rule Pisces. And before we get into that, just want to remind you guys about my services. If you're interested in having an astro reading or tarot, birth natal chart, astro readings, tarot, I do them all. You can email me at samastroreadings@gmail.com. That's samastroreadings@gmail.com. And we could go forward with that. Now, getting back into my unpopular opinion that Jupiter does not rule Pisces, okay? Yes, Jupiter does not rule Pisces. And the reason that that was a rulership is because in ancient astrology, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto were not discovered yet as planets. So the planets went up all the way into Saturn, okay? So when it came to the 12 zodiac signs, they kind of bunched them and paired them up with all the planets that they felt were right. And Pisces was no exception. The ancient rulership for Pisces was considered to be Jupiter. Jupiter was considered to rule Sagittarius and Pisces. And I'm here to say that that is not right, okay? That is not true. I do not believe in that rulership, and I understand we had them during ancient times, but because we have discovered Uranus and Neptune and Pluto, those are the more proper. Neptune is actually the proper ruler for Pisces, okay? And just as a disclaimer, okay? Yes, there are similarities to Pisces and Jupiter. There actually is, okay? And a lot of it has to do with faiths, belief, and spirituality and escapism. However, it's how Pisces deals with these topics and how Jupiter deals with these topics that actually make them very different, okay? And that's with a lot, and it's in my last videos as well too, okay? Signs and planets can share the same topics and subjects. They can rule over certain ideologies. However, it's how they're approaching these topics and these subjects. That's how you're going to get to the core of the energy, okay? What it's really doing, okay? So for an example, Taurus and Pisces, they both rule sleep, okay? Both deal with sleep. However, Taurus deals with sleep in the practical sense, the physical relaxation, okay? The resting physically, the practical form of rest, just resting our body. Whereas Pisces deals with sleep and the more intuitive emotional level, okay? That deals with our dreams, our imagination, REM sleep, okay? Even astral projection, okay? So it deals more with the soul and the emotions and how that's operating through sleep, okay? So again, both Taurus and Pisces both deal with sleep. However, they're approaching it in two different ways, all right? This is the main thing. Even Taurus and Cancer both rule the home, okay? However, Taurus deals with the home in the very physical, practical sense, okay? It's an earth element. It's ruled by the earth element, so it deals with the house, like the building, the construction, the paying the bills to keep the house there. It's the practical function of the house, okay, which is its structure, its physical representation. Whereas Cancer deals with the home in the emotional sense, okay? What's going on in the home? What makes it feel familiar? Your family, the emotions that's happening within, who's within the home, okay? So again, both Taurus and Cancer rule the home. However, they're approaching it in two different ways. Taurus dealing with the practical way and Cancer dealing with it the emotional way, okay? So many similarities, even sex, okay? Aries, Mars rules sex. Leo and Sun rule sex. Venus and Libra rule sex. Pluto and Scorpio rule sex. However, they all approach it very different ways, okay? You have Aries and Mars, which is more about the arousal, the physical action of sex. And then you have Pluto and Scorpio that deals with the emotional form of sex, how we bond, how we create emotional attachments. And then you have Leo and Sun that deal with it in the expressive way, okay? Performance, leisure, fun. And then you have Venus and Libra that deals with sex in the more romantic, mental way, okay? So dating, okay? So all of them rule sex. However, they're approaching it in different perspectives, and the approach is how you truly understand what that energy is about. And does it truly correlate with the sign and vice versa? Are they really approaching it in the same way? That's how you're going to really know if that sign is at home and the same as that planet. The way you understand this is by understanding that Jupiter, yes, though it has similarities with Pisces, the main thing that makes these planet and sign very different is that they're operating in two different elements, okay? Jupiter operates in the fire element, very close to very much Sagittarius, okay? This is why I say that Jupiter only rules Sagittarius, it doesn't rule Pisces. Pisces, however, operates in the water element. Okay, so it's operating in water energy, and this is what makes this sign and planet very, very different, and why they're approaching these similar topics that they do have in common very differently. Now, there are some planets that rule multiple signs, like for example, Mercury. Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. Okay, but Mercury deals with duality. Okay, Mercury is the planet of logic. What goes up must come down. You know, for a left, there's a right. Okay, so it makes sense that it rules both Gemini and Virgo, which are both very, very mental signs, but are approaching it in two different elements. Well, Mercury deals with both elements. It deals with practicality and also mentality and logic and logistics and the details, okay? So duality makes sense for Mercury. Mercury rules the twins, the Gemini, and I believe that Gemini and Virgo are the true twins of the zodiac sign. But when it comes to Jupiter, Jupiter is a very fiery planet. Jupiter is very straightforward. Jupiter is very blunt, okay, in that sense that Jupiter isn't really operating in duality. So for Jupiter to rule two signs and two different elements doesn't really make sense because it doesn't really have that dualistic element to it. Okay, Jupiter is very straightforward. It operates in the fire element. Very blunt, very straightforward. Doesn't really show any characteristics of duality, okay? So when we talk about Jupiter and Pisces, one of the main similarities is faith, okay? When you're reading about astrology, you're going to get lots of references about faith, okay, and how they're very similar. However, I'm here to tell you that, yes, Jupiter and Pisces both deal with faith. However, Jupiter deals with faith and the fiery element. So when it comes to Jupiter, it's very similar to Sagittarius because when it comes to faith, Jupiter is an extroverted planet. It's fiery. Fire is extroversion. So with Jupiter, very similar, just like Sagittarius, they are going out for faith. When it comes to your beliefs, when it comes to what you believe in, the law of Jupiter is to travel, is to go outside of yourself, is to see the broader and the bigger picture. This is why Jupiter rules traveling, okay? Long distance traveling, because this is how we see the bigger picture of our world. This is why Jupiter is big energy. So Jupiter in Sagittarius is all about going out for faith, okay? While Pisces is different. Pisces being ruled by a water element, Pisces goes within for faith, okay? When it comes to faith, Pisces is all about intuition, connecting with yourself, being in solitude, okay, so that you can connect with spirit, so that you can hear, so that you can understand what's going on deeper, okay? So your faith comes from intuition, comes from meditation, comes from prayer, comes from being in solitude, comes from going within. Very different from Jupiter and Sagittarius. Jupiter and Sagittarius, that fire energy is very extroverted. So it's telling you, go out, travel, see the world, see different things so that you can understand. Pisces, definitely opposite. It's a water sign, so it's all about absorbing energy. So again, Pisces is about going within, prayer, solitude, staying quiet, listening to yourself deeper, connecting to spirit by being in solitude and being within yourself, in tuning within. You got to think about intuition, in tune, being in tune with yourself. Okay, that's water energy. Water energy goes within. Water energy is introverted. Okay, so that's why it's different. Okay, Jupiter is not going to have you going within. Jupiter is a very extroverted planet. You got to think of Sagittarius. Sagittarius likes to travel, likes to go out. It's very extroverted. So again, yes, Jupiter deals with faith. Yes, Pisces deal with faith. But look at how they're approaching it. They're approaching it in very different ways. Jupiter is going out for faith, and Pisces is going within. And that within, that intuition deals with water energy, deals with Neptune, okay? Neptune has you going within. Neptune deals with intuition. Neptune deals with solitude. Neptune deals with meditation and prayer and all those things that we do on an intuitive level in order to seek out and understand our faith, okay? Very different. Jupiter does not operate in that energy. Jupiter wants to go outside. It wants to spread its wings. It doesn't want to just stay within, okay? It's not that type of energy. Fire is very extroverted. It's out there. So very different ways. Both deal with faith, but are approaching it in two different ways, okay? Also, when we talk about this, another similarity they're going to talk about is religion, okay? When you talk about faith, you can also talk about religion. You could talk about beliefs, talk about what we believe in, okay? That all connects with our faith, okay? And another way that these energies are too different is that when it comes to Jupiter, Jupiter deals with like your beliefs and religion, okay? Very similar, just like Pisces as well too. However, with Jupiter, because it's such an extroverted planet, these types of beliefs is religion, okay? Because religion is what we believe in on a wide level. It's like mainstream beliefs. You know, if you look at, you know, a lot of the religions like Christianity and Muslim, you see it's huge groups of people. It's a huge consciousness. Okay, it's not like hidden. Okay, religion is out there. It's out there. That's why there's huge groups that are in these different religions and belief systems. And that's how Jupiter operates. Because Jupiter is very extroverted when it comes to our beliefs and faiths, this is what we believe in on a large scale. These are beliefs and faiths that are out there for the world to see, for the world to understand, for the world to follow. Okay, Jupiter is very preachy. It's like, this is what we believe in. This is how things are. It's the bigger picture. So a lot of people are going to be able to be, a lot of people are going to be open. Not, I wouldn't say open, but a lot of people are going to be able to receive a lot of these faiths. A lot of these faiths are going to be very mainstream. A lot of these faiths are going to be put out there for people to receive. And that's why Jupiter rules, you know, those kind of religion and faiths and big beliefs that a lot of people come together and believe in, because it's very extroverted and put out there. Okay, whereas Pisces is way more introverted. Again, these are beliefs that you find through intuition. So when it comes to Pisces, Pisces more so deals with the occult. Okay, when it comes to religions and beliefs, it's more about the occult. It's more about having more of a secret society, because again, Neptune is more introverted. Okay, it's about understanding beliefs from within. Okay, so it's more internal. Therefore, a lot of the beliefs and those belief systems are almost occult like. Okay, they're not mainstream. Jupiter is all about, you know, the truth and what you put out there for everyone to believe in. This is the truth because here's the evidence. Here's what I seen. So Jupiter is very out there. Whereas, again, with Pisces, it's about intuition. It's about yourself, your personal experience. So it's much more eternal. Therefore, it would be a lot less mainstream. And a lot of these faith and belief systems can result to more of an occult system versus like a mainstream religion. Okay, so with Pisces, which the real ruler is actually Neptune, it's a lot more introverted. It's a lot more occult. The beliefs, the systems, the way it operates more in occult, more of like a secret society, more hidden. Okay, it's more introverted, a little more controversial. Okay, whereas Jupiter is more mainstream. It's put out there for the world to see. Okay, it's like, here's the evidence. Here's why I believe this. Here's the evidence. You know, so it spreads more wide. It's more mainstream acceptable. Okay, so very different energies when you compare religion versus the occult. Okay, which is very much like Jupiter versus, you know, Neptune or Pisces. Okay, so again, with that extroverted energy versus that introverted energy, you see how these topics, when we talk about faith, spirituality, religion, how they're approached so differently from Jupiter and Sagittarius versus Pisces and Neptune. Also, With Jupiter, Jupiter is known for being the planet of truth, okay? Because Jupiter is such a big planet, because it's so extroverted, because you're literally traveling and seeing the world to understand the world, Jupiter is all about revealing the truth, okay? It's all about revealing the truth. And it's so ironic that Jupiter, having the reputation of revealing the truth, would rule a sign as Pisces, which is known for delusions and lies, the exact opposite, okay? So again, like, it doesn't make sense to say Jupiter rules Pisces. I know they have these similarities when it comes to beliefs and religion and spirituality, but it's how they're approaching it that's so different. And they're actually approaching these topics very on literally the opposite. Okay, so you got Jupiter that's known for the truth, known for revealing the truth. Okay, and you know, Sagittarius has the reputation of like the truth seeker, very blunt, very straightforward. Look at Pisces. What is Pisces known for? Pisces is known for delusions, illusions, lies, not being clear. Okay, being all confused. Okay, hallucinations. Okay, illusions, delusions. Okay, what is all those energies? All those energies sound like what planet? Neptune. Okay, Neptune. Neptune is the planet of delusions and lies, and things are not being clear. And it's not necessarily that they're lying. Okay, it's not necessarily that Pisces and Neptune is a lie and Jupiter and Sagittarius is the truth. Okay, because they can definitely switch placements. They can definitely switch sides when it comes to that. But when it comes to the reputation, how we look at these signs and planets, Jupiter has a reputation of truth because of that fire energy. Again, it's going out there, it's seeing things for what it is. Okay, so it's about revealing the truth, the bigger picture, okay, the evidence of it. Okay, whereas Neptune and Pisces, it's about the illusions, the delusions. Okay, you know, Pisces is known for things not being clear. You kind of being in your own imagination, thinking something and not seeing, not getting outside of your head and seeing the bigger picture. Like, this is actually what's going on. You could be so lost into your dreams, so lost into your mind, so lost into your imagination that you're not really seeing reality for what it is. And that's why Pisces a lot of times deals with a lot of deception, a lot of lies, a lot of illusions. And it's not even so intentional. It's just that it is the energy that it operates in. It operates within yourself. It deals with imagination. It deals with your emotions, your feelings, which could be very subjective. Okay, so it could be with Pisces, because it's internal, it's like your own perspective, your own feelings, your own intuition. But sometimes our feelings, our intuitions can be clouded, okay? It could be a specific way we're looking at something, but we refuse to see the overall picture because we're only looking at our judgment. We're only perceiving things through our feelings and emotions and not getting outside of ourselves to truly see the truth, see the bigger picture, which is Jupiter, okay? Jupiter gets outside of itself. It's like, no, I want to see the truth. I want to see what's out there. And Neptune, and because of that, Jupiter can find the truth, okay? Because of that approach. But with Neptune, with Pisces, Pisces is like in its own world, in its own reality, and it has its own emotional filters that can cloud its judgment and kind of give your own illusion, your own perception of something that may not necessarily be true. All right, so again, it's like, how is Jupiter ruling Pisces? And Pisces has the biggest reputation of deception, illusions, and lies, while Jupiter is known for the truth teller, the truth seeker, okay? Again, it's like Apple, you know, it's the opposite. So like I said, you know, yes, they have similarities, but look at how they're approaching it. Okay, that's how you're going to get these different results. And that's why I say Neptune is the proper ruler for Pisces. Okay, Jupiter rules Sagittarius, very different. Fire versus water. Okay, true ruler for Pisces is Neptune. Okay, Neptune is the true ruler. Neptune deals with the emotions, it deals with the intuition, it deals with the arts. Okay, just like Pisces is big on arts. Pisces is about art artistry and creativity, okay? All of those attributes deal with Neptune, okay? Neptune deals with the arts, it deals with creativity, it deals with spirituality, it deals with the illusions, delusions, drugs, okay? All of those types of things. That's what Pisces deals with, okay? So Neptune and Pisces are what is similar, okay? Neptune is about no boundaries, just like Pisces, no boundaries, okay? Kind of like accepting everyone, all is one and one is all. You know, with Jupiter is Sagittarius, okay? Jupiter has boundaries. It's a fire sign, you know? Think about Sagittarius, you know? Sagittarius doesn't just allow anything and everything to happen to it. It has its own, you know, goals and its own target, you know? It rules the bow and arrow, you know? It hits its own target. It doesn't really just blend in with everyone, okay? It's very independent and kind of like a soloist, and it shoots its target and goes for what it wants. You know, it's Sagittarius and Jupiter energy, very different from Pisces and Neptune, okay? Very different energies. Jupiter and Sagittarius is going to have you dealing with your beliefs and faith in a very extroverted way. It's going to have you go out and travel and see the world and see different things you haven't seen before so that you can get the bigger picture. It's going to have you preach and spread the word and spread the message. It's extroverted, okay? And it's very much about clarity and truth, okay? Let me see what is in this world so that I can see the truth. Neptune Pisces is dealing with these things and the opposite way. It's about going within. It's about intuition. It's about emotions and feelings, okay? It's not about going outside yourself. It's about going within yourself. It's about solitude, okay? These things is an inner experience, okay? So much different from the extroverted outer experience of Jupiter and Sagittarius. And Jupiter isn't an emotional planet, okay? Jupiter doesn't deal with emotions and the waters that Pisces and Neptune deals with, okay? That's why Jupiter is about that straightforward, blunt truth, okay? Because again, it doesn't have time for all the emotions and the filters of those and that clouding your judgment. Jupiter wants to be clear, wants to just see the world for what it is and just expand itself. So very different energies. Jupiter is like the archetype of Zeus, okay? When you look at Pisces is like the archetype of Jesus. So when you compare Zeus and Jesus, it's like very different energies. Zeus was a very powerful god who had many women, okay, much freedom, much power over everything, can pretty much do whatever he wanted to do, okay? Very egotistical, very big, very closer to Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius has kind of like a godlike concept, okay? When you look at Pisces, okay, and Neptune, which correlates to Jesus, deals with like Jesus energy, is much different. Jesus was not as egotistical as Zeus. Jesus is all about sacrificing the ego, caring for others, being in tune with people. Jesus was just as powerful and gifted as Zeus, but look at how his character was much more emotional, much more compassionate, much more intuitive, much more in service for people, whereas Zeus is this all godlike being who gets to date as many women as he wants, have as many children as he wants, can do anything he wants, was one of the most powerful gods. I mean, like, just had everything, almost like too much, which is like Jupiter, abundance. Very different characteristics, okay, when you talk about the archetypes of like Neptune and Pisces and Jupiter and Sagittarius. Very, very, very different, okay? And that ego, it has to do with all that fire energy, okay? Again, Jupiter is operating in the fire element. So it's dealing with that big egotistical energy, me, you know, dominate, power. Whereas, again, Neptune, Pisces, dealing with the Jesus archetype. Again, it's water energy, so it's intuition, being of service of other people, healing people, okay, being compassionate to people, being able to read people, okay, them psychic gifts that Jesus had, okay, so very different archetypes, very different energies. So again, like Jupiter doesn't rule Pisces, okay? Jupiter is very different, and yeah, they have these similarities, but they're approaching it in very different ways. Let's put Pisces in its proper placement, which rulership, which is Neptune. That's where Pisces is truly at home. It has all the attributes of Neptune, and it's dealing with the water element, which is about your emotions, your intuition, okay? So I don't see why we have to constantly use Jupiter to reference Pisces when they're so different, okay? You can't even cover the arts and creativity with Jupiter, okay? Pisces is all about the arts. It's all about creativity. You can't cover that with Jupiter and Sagittarius. That they don't deal with the arts and creativity, okay? Emotions, healing, okay? That intuition. You can't cover that in Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter does not cover intuition, feelings, and emotions. That's not covered in Jupiter. That's covered in Neptune. So Neptune is the proper ruler for Pisces. I do not believe Jupiter rules Pisces, nor do I believe it co-rules Pisces. There are two different signs and planets, and they operate very differently. Okay. And if that was the case, some of the main attributes like arts, like healing, like emotions would be covered in Jupiter as well too, which it is not. All right, so I hope I didn't offend anybody, okay? But I'm here to say Jupiter doesn't rule Pisces. The proper ruler for Pisces is Neptune. And if you did enjoy that, you could book a reading with me at samastroreadings@gmail.com. That's samastroreadings@gmail.com. And we could go forward with that. I do birth natal chart readings as well as tarot. And I'll check you guys back on my next unpopular opinion. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll catch you guys next time.